Good morning, America. Life-threatening cold and snow spreading from coast to coast. More than 100 million people in its path. A rare snowfall paralyzing an entire city. This school bus sliding down the street. Colliding with cars, these two hikers rescued, surviving more than 30 hours in bitter temperatures. Now a major storm targeting the Midwest and Northeast. Bringing more snow and cold, 30 states are on alert.
New overnight, top intelligence officials tell ABC News that Vladimir Putin was personally involved with the hacking that interfered with America's presidential election. New details about the Russian president's role, his denial as well, as President-elect Trump meets with tech titans, the heads of Apple, Amazon, Google, and more.
Everybody in this room has to like me at least a little bit.
His children there, too. New questions now about their future role in the White House.
Hung jury, Dalia Dippolito walking out of court with a mistrial after being caught on camera, allegedly hiring someone to kill her husband. Now her ex is speaking out about that bombshell decision.
To be honest, I'm real surprised.
The prosecutor vowing to try her again for a third time.
And the American Girl and her prince. The first photos of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry celebrating the holidays. The story behind the pictures. Are we about to have an American princess?
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. A lot of news to get to this Thursday morning, and a lot of the country feeling a lot of cold. More than half the country facing a bitter blast right now. This is some of the coldest December air in decades.
It feels that way, too. And take a look at Portland, Oregon. You see that snowy mess on the roads? Cars abandoned there in the middle of the night. And in Cleveland, you know a little something about Cleveland, George. Well, snow is falling there right now. That storm system is heading east, Michael.
It's coming this way, and let's take a look at the map. 30 states are facing alerts. Let's get right out to Ginger, who's actually outside in it right now here in New York City at Times Square. There could be snow, ice, and flooding, Ginger.
We got it all on the map, that is for sure, Michael. And my eyes are already watering because the wind chill here is 16, and this is the warmest we're going to be for the next 48 hours. Check this out. I want to show you across the nation, those flood watches up through North Dakota, even North Carolina. You have wind chill advisories. We go to western New York this morning and start there, where they have fresh snow on the ground and a blizzard warning just north and east of where our Gio Benitez is.
Hey there, Ginger. I got to tell you, I am wearing right now 6 layers. This is no match for these temperatures. We're talking about a wind chill of -8. My face knows what that feels like right now. Look at all this snow here we got here. You're seeing all of this wind. We're seeing gusts of up to 40 miles per hour at times, sometimes like a hurricane. It feels like I have to sort of turn around here. We're talking about 10 inches of snow on the ground right now. It fell fast overnight. So many of you waking up to frigid temperatures just like this. This morning, a deep freeze for many across the country. 100 million Americans bracing for bitter cold from the Northeast to the Pacific Northwest. Watch as this school bus in Portland loses control, barreling down an icy hill.
Oh, look out! Look out!
Before colliding with cars parked on the street. This highway in Oregon shut down due to an avalanche. In upstate New York, a total whiteout on this road. And in Buffalo, thunder snow. And look at this daring rescue. New York State Forest Rangers racing against time, airlifting 2 hikers stranded in the Adirondacks for 2 frigid nights. Sub-zero temperatures in the Midwest. In Chicago, it's expected to be -1 degrees this morning.
I have 2 gloves on, my snow pants on, I have 3 pairs of socks.
Whipping winds making visibility near 0 in Michigan. All right, and you can see a lot of these whipping winds right now here in the Buffalo area. Buffalo right now is going to be seeing this wind all throughout the day. That's going to be the big problem. And to our east, we've got those blizzard warnings. A rough day ahead for a lot of people here in this area, Ginger.
Gio, already this morning, JFK winds gusting to 44. I am sure flights will be affected, even though you don't see snow flying yet. I've got to show you that storm on the way, but first, that air. Yes, it has settled in. We've been warning you about it all week, and here it is, 23 below. The feels like in Minneapolis this morning. It's actually the worst here tomorrow morning, 25 below for Boston. And here's a quick look at that storm coming through for the weekend. The heaviest falling in southern Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin, and certainly Michigan, then into western New York. All right, let's head back into George. I always have all the great news, but especially this morning, George.
Well, you come inside right now, Ginger. We're going to move on to that breaking news about Vladimir Putin. U.S. intelligence officials tell ABC News that the Russian president was directly involved in that hacking scandal, interfering in America's election. Dramatic new development in the case, and our chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross here with the details. Good morning, Brian.
Well, good morning, George. The plot thickens this morning with U.S. officials telling ABC News that Russian President Putin was directly involved in the hacking of the Democratic National Committee. As Putin arrived in Japan this morning, a spokesman for him called the reports that he was involved, quote, funny nonsense. But based on what people in the intelligence community say is a new flow of information, Putin's being directly connected to what U.S. officials say was a long-term effort to interfere in the American presidential election. The revelations disrupted and embarrassed the Clinton campaign and led to the resignation of the chairman of the DNC and endless negative news stories.
What a stunning development, Brian. Now, so far, President-elect Trump has dismissed all these reports that Russia was involved, but he's going to have new investigations on his desk when he's in the Oval Office.
Absolutely. He has repeatedly refused to accept the U.S. intelligence findings. The Russians are behind the attacks, and given his praise of Putin and his choice for Secretary of State of a man with close ties to Putin, Trump will now be faced with the test of who he wants to believe, the Kremlin or the CIA.
And then there will be a question about retaliation.
Absolutely. There have been recommendations, for instance, that the U.S. go after Putin and some of his secret bank accounts overseas, either expose them or even take some money out of the accounts.
Okay, Brian Ross, thanks very much.
And George, we're going to move on now with more on the Trump transition. The president-elect meeting with top Silicon Valley executives at Trump Tower on Wednesday as he goes into the home stretch, filling out his cabinet. ABC's Tom Yamas is here with the new details. Good morning, Tom.
Robin, good morning to you. The president-elect continuing to meet with industry leaders in an effort to shore up confidence in the economy. But it's also leading to more questions about his own business, his family, and the White House.
Inside Trump Tower, the president-elect huddling with tech titans from Amazon, Google, Facebook, PayPal, and Apple. Trump making this promise.
We're going to be there for you, and you'll call my people, you'll call me. It doesn't make any difference. We have no formal chain of command around here.
A shift for the president-elect who in the past took on some of the very business leaders who showed up to his boardroom. Last December, Trump tweeting, "The Washington Post, which loses a fortune, is owned by Jeff Bezos for purposes of keeping taxes down at his no-profit company Amazon." But now, with the market in the middle of a rally, Trump says there's reason for everyone to celebrate.
They're all talking about the bounce, so right now everybody in his room has to like me at least a little bit. Even more importantly, we want you to keep going with the incredible innovation.
Also at the meeting, 3 of Trump's children, Eric, Ivanka, and Don Jr., their presence raising questions about conflict of interest. The president-elect saying he's going to leave his businesses to his sons and Trump executives. But so far, that hasn't happened, and his sons are part of the transition team, helping vet cabinet members and sitting in on meetings like this with key business leaders.
We're going to continue to see them in government-related meetings while they're running the Trump Organization?
Here's what I do know.
Are we?
That there's a lot of activity on the 25th and 26th floor of the Trump Tower right now with lawyers and protocol officers at great expense to the Trump family, frankly, trying to figure out how best to structure and how best to comply with protocols.
Now, noticeably absent from Trump's tech summit, Twitter, tweeting one of Trump's favorite things in the whole world to do. So what happened? Well, the transition team says there just was not enough room for everyone, and they're disputing a report that it was over an emoji the Trump campaign wanted to create. George?
Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Let's talk to Cookie Roberts more about all this and those questions about conflict of interest and the Trump children. You've got Don and Eric set to run the business, even though the details aren't set yet. But real questions now, Ivanka Trump and her husband, Jared, may be coming for more formal roles inside the administration.
Right, we hear reports that they're house hunting here, all kinds of Washington activity going on, as you can imagine, George. But you know, we've had first daughters in administrations before, dating back to James Monroe, and that first daughter, by the way, was highly unpopular in Washington. But this family is very, very involved in a way that we really haven't seen before, and it's going to be really difficult to sort out where it's appropriate and where it isn't.
Halfway through the transition right now, Donald Trump's poll numbers are creeping up, but he's still pretty far behind where his predecessors have been at this point.
And that is quite interesting. And I think some of it has to do with the fact that, of course, he was still very unpopular when he was elected, and a lot of people who voted for him said they didn't like him. But also, you're getting daily reports of Hillary Clinton winning the popular vote by close to 3 million votes, and so that probably affects attitudes. And look, George, look at this cabinet. I mean, it is a lot of white guys, and I think that people might be looking at that and looking at their business connections and having their doubts.
Okay, Cokie Roberts, Electoral College meets next week. Let's go to Robin.
And we're going to move on now to that massive Yahoo hack. Let's go to ABC's Rebecca Jarvis for the latest on that. And Rebecca, just how big was this? More than 1 billion accounts possibly compromised.
That's right, Robin. This was the biggest hack of one company users ever. And it's a big deal because of the information that we believe the hackers have obtained. User names, phone numbers, email addresses, dates of birth, and of course, those security questions and answers that are supposed to keep us more safe and our accounts more safe, Robin, we believe they also got a hold of those in this hack.
And since there's no indication, Rebecca, who did this, what should people do?
Well, the most important thing, and Yahoo is advising anyone with a Yahoo account to do this, change the security names and passwords on all of your accounts, change those security questions, but not just on your Yahoo accounts. If you have any account where you're using that Yahoo name and password, you need to change it there too. So that could be an Amazon or an iTunes account, a Netflix account. Change it there too, and watch out for suspicious emails, because we know when hackers get a hold of your email address, they send suspicious emails along with it.
I've been wondering about that for the last couple of years. I mean, this has happened some time ago. Why are we just hearing about it now?
Well, they just discovered this now because they've been doing an investigation. As you know, earlier this year, we talked about another hack at Yahoo impacting 500 million users. They've been investigating this. Now the FBI is also involved in looking into it as well.
All right, Rebecca, thank you.
Okay, we're going to get the latest now in the Dylan Roof trial. It was an emotional day in court on Wednesday when a survivor of the church massacre in Charleston told her chilling story. ABC's Steve Osunsami is outside the courtroom with the details. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, George. Closing arguments are happening at the courthouse behind me today, and we are expecting a quick verdict as soon as this afternoon.
He's coming, please.
Polly Shepard was hiding under one of these tables at her Bible study, trying to avoid gunfire when she reached for a cell phone on the floor and called for help.
But there's so many people dead, I think. Oh, my God.
By this point, several people in the room are already dead, including the dear friend whose phone she was using to place the call.
Did you see him at all? Yes, he's a young 21-year-old white dude. He's got it in his hand. He's reloading.
How many shots has he fired?
I don't know. There's so many.
A white man was shooting black people at one of the oldest black churches in the country. Miss Polly, as she's known in church, told jurors the gunman was Dylan Roof, who sat stone-faced in court and who police say is seen in these videos practicing with the same gun at his home. He asked me, "Did I shoot you yet?" I said no. He said, "I'm going to leave you alive to tell the story." Roof laughed, retelling the moment during this recorded confession.
Do you remember telling that lady, "I'm going to let you live so you can tell my story"? Or something?
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Shepard says it's tough, but she's trying to forgive.
Took me a little while. I didn't forgive immediately.
But for many friends and families of the church,
if there's ever a case for the death penalty, this is one.
Michael Graham, the brother of Cynthia Hurd, told me something that I will never forget. He said that Dylan Roof should be executed because he took away Cynthia's dignity, that he tried to take away her blackness. And for that, and for Cynthia, and for the 8 other victims, he says that cannot stand.
Yeah, those emotions are so powerful. Okay, Steve, thanks very much. Amy here with today's other top stories. And Amy, the situation in Syria getting so desperate.
It is so difficult. At this hour, thousands of civilians and rebel fighters are finally beginning to evacuate the war-torn city of Aleppo, Syria, now that a new ceasefire deal with the Syrian regime has taken effect. But the situation remains chaotic, with reports of shots being fired at ambulances carrying people in need of medical attention. At least one person was killed, several others injured in early morning clashes. And tensions could be rising in the strategically vital South China Sea. Experts say satellite images appear to show China has installed anti-aircraft and anti-missile weapons on a chain of disputed islands. Beijing has insisted development on the islands is mainly for civilian purposes, but calls any defensive measures appropriate and legal. And back here in this country, the city of Corpus Christi, Texas, and its 300,000 residents are being told to not drink or use water from the tap. Officials say the city's water system may have been contaminated by a petroleum-based industrial chemical after a backflow incident. Residents are being told to use only bottled water until further testing is complete. And Hollywood is remembering another veteran actor this morning. Bernard Fox was best known as the womanizing warlock Dr. Bombay on Bewitched. He also played Colonel Crittenden on Hogan's Heroes and had dozens of other TV and film credits, including roles on Titanic and The Mummy. Fox was 89. And finally, sometimes you just got to know when to pick your battles. And when it comes to Christmas lights, well, a woman in Michigan knew she could not compete with her neighbor's displays, so she set up that sign that says it all, ditto, and points to the neighbor's house. I would say that is a highly effective use of Christmas lights.
Better for electric bill, too.
Exactly.
That is so smart. So smart. Yeah. So funny, too. Oh, boy. All right, everybody. We are just hours away. A lot of people wait for this from the debut of Rogue One. The movie is expected to be one of the biggest openings of the year, and Nick Watt is in Los Angeles. And Nick, Star Wars fans are calling this their Super Bowl.
They are indeed, Michael, and it makes some sense. Happens once a year, lots of snacks involved, and the fans are obsessed, including these ones, camping on Hollywood Boulevard outside the TCL Chinese Theater before what could be a $150 million opening weekend. We stopped by during daylight hours to ask the obvious question.
Why, oh why? Why, oh why not?
You know you can just go online and buy tickets.
Who would want to do that? This is like the greatest tailgate of all time. This is our Super Bowl. You know, there's a whole community of nerds out there that weren't represented. We probably got beat up in high school. Well, guess what now? You're watching me on TV.
They already have tickets. This is for fun and to raise money and awareness for the Starlight Children's Foundation.
I was here in '77 in the mayhem when I was 3.5.
Ever since, people have been getting a little crazy over Star Wars. Here's a taste of one of the winners of Disney's global fan video competition.
It will be done, Master.
Yeah, there will be much death in the star system.
Meanwhile, Las Vegas PD just dropped this PSA.
Please drive carefully, and may the force be with you, sir.
Fort Worth PD trying to attract recruits with this.
You're still jerking the trigger.
Hey, it's not as easy as it looks.
Over in England, a replica cargo walker built by YouTuber Colin Furze in his backyard.
Me and the lads have been working on this for a month, through rain or shine. Come and have a look.
Dry ice, moving head and guns. Maybe the happiest kids in the world right now. And they don't have long to wait. The previews in just a few hours. The movie opening nationwide tomorrow in 4,100 theaters. Michael, may the force be with you.
It is. It is. But great, you know, it's amazing, like here in New York City, people will camp out in this weather.
You need the force to get tickets,
Yes,
right?
you do. You need the force to get through this winter weather.
And warmers as well. A lot more on Rogue One coming up in our next hour, but now Ginger's back inside.
Back inside. It feels good in here. The wind alerts, though, I got to tell you, were very windy. We were already seeing Geo blowing around. Well, the wind chill comes from that wind. 30 to 40 mile per hour sustained winds. You could see gusts up to 70 miles per hour. We put it on at 4 p.m. Philadelphia, 50, 43 Washington, D.C. So very windy today. Your local weather 30 seconds away. First, though, the wind chill forecast brought to you by Macy's.
It's Macy's One-Day Sale Saturday with a Preview Day Friday with our lowest prices of the season and amazing deals of the day store-wide. Like Charter Club cashmere sweaters, now only $39.99. Men's sweaters from Trico, Jeffrey Bean, and more, only $19.99. Dazzling 1-carat total weight diamond bangles, your choice, $99. Designer wool blend and down coats for her, now only $99.99. And take an extra 40% off clearance designer handbags. Macy's One-Day Sale Saturday with a Preview Day Friday. Don't miss it.
Well, today is going to be one cold day as well as tomorrow, but today we're going to get all the wind with it. The temperatures dropping throughout the day from the 20s, upper 20s to the mid and low 20s late. Winds gust to about 30 to 40 miles per hour. Look at these wind chill readings in the single digits from 1 o'clock through 7 o'clock and right into early Friday morning. A little less wind, though, for tomorrow. Expect a partly sunny day tomorrow, wintry mix early Saturday morning, and then rain returns Sunday afternoon. And take a look at next week. We start off awfully cold. Coming up, hung jury. That bombshell rocking the courtroom in Dalia DiPolito's murder for hire retrial. Now her ex-husband is speaking out. Dan and Nancy, you know, they're standing by live to weigh in on all this.
And a new development in the